Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different because I found a little creepy story on Reddit, on scary stories, short scary stories on Reddit, and I thought we could just get cozy, grab yourself a drink, a snack, like a blanket, and I could just read you this scary story and we can have a chat about it and see what you think. Before we get into it, I just want to apologise that I haven't uploaded anything in like 3 or 4 weeks. Life has really just been lifing right now, let me tell you, but I've been really feeling like the summer Halloween vibes. Summerween, I think, is like a trend going around on TikTok right now. And I've been really feeling that. I've really been craving scary horror stories recently. Last night, my fiance and I started watching Poltergeist, the original 1982 film, because I realised I'd never seen it, and I'm trying to work my way through all these like cult classic scary films that I've not actually seen yet. So like last year I watched the original Halloween, loved it. Earlier on this year we watched The Shining after I'd read the book. And yeah, I was watching Lights Out podcast and they were talking about the true case of the poltergeist haunting that the movie's based on. And I thought, I've actually never seen Poltergeist, so we started watching it last night. We only got halfway through because then we got a bit tired, so we're going to maybe finish watching it tonight. But it's just really put me in the mood for some scary stories. So I thought this would be a fun little idea for a video because I do talk about books and stories all the time. Why not just read one to you guys? As always, grab your beverage of choice, maybe a snack, maybe a little blanket this time round, and let's get into it. I am going to have to put my glasses on to read the story because I'm not supposed to like use my laptop without wearing my glasses, so I apologise if the reflection is a bit intense. So this story is called Mimicry and it is by Reddit user Page Turner 627. It was only posted 3 hours ago when I'm making this video, so here we go. I've been a ranger at Jacques Cartier National Park for over 10 years. It's a place of stunning vistas and deep, silent woods. That silence shattered last Thursday, just after a spectacular meteor shower painted the night sky. Since then, things haven't been quite right. It started with deer. I spotted a group of them on my morning patrol, standing eerily on their hind legs, their movements stiff and unnatural as if trying to walk like humans. At first, I laughed it off as a freak occurrence. Animals do weird things, right? But when I saw a bear doing the same the next day, a chill ran down my spine. Oh well. What the fuck's my laptop doing? Okay, that was weird. My laptop just randomly cut out for a second. Love that for us. The real panic set in when people started vanishing. First, it was a couple of hikers. Then an old man fishing by the lake. Search parties turned up nothing. No trace, no clue, just empty tents and abandoned gear. The woods seemed to swallow them whole. Last night, the full horror of the situation hit me. I was searching near the meteor crash site, a place deep in the forest that the locals avoid, saying it's cursed. The air was tense, filled with thick, musky scent of wild animals. But it was the silence that unnerved me. No birdsong, no rustle of leaves, just suffocating stillness. That's when I heard it. A voice calling out, "Help me!" from deeper within the woods. It sounded like Mrs. Allard, the fisherman's wife who'd joined yesterday's search party and hadn't returned. I rushed towards the voice, my flashlight piercing the dark, dense undergrowth. I found her, or what was left of her. She was on all fours, her clothes tattered, her eyes wild and unrecognising. But the most chilling part was her mouth. It moved with human desperation, but the sounds were all wrong. A grotesque mimicry of her voice calling for help. As she stumbled towards me, I saw others, more transformed figures, twisted and animalistic, yet undeniably human in their gait. I ran. The night exploded into chaos as the creatures pursued me, their cries a jarring cacophony of human pleas and primal growls. I barely made it back to my ranger station, barricading myself inside. Now, as I write this, I can hear them outside, scratching at the walls, their voices a nightmare chorus of cries, calling out in the voices of those they once were. I don't know if I'll make it through the night. The realisation that these creatures were once people I knew, haunts me more than the thought of what might happen if they get in. I fear that this is how we disappear. Not just lost in the woods, but lost to ourselves, transformed into something neither human nor animal. If anyone finds this, please send help. And for God's sake, stay out of these woods. Ooh, I really, really like this story. I don't know about you guys. I'll take my glasses off so that the glare doesn't annoy anyone. I really, really liked that story. I thought that was so creepy. Such a good short story because like the author managed to pack so much in such a short space of time. And just, I don't know about you guys, but the visual image of deer, not so much bears, but like deers standing on their hind legs and almost moving like humans. That's a no from me. That is so creepy. I just think the concept is really interesting. I mean, it's horrific, but it's a really interesting concept that like, is this how we disappear? Like if someone gets lost in the woods, do they actually get taken over by a mimic, a skinwalker? Like they transform into like this woodland animal? Like I thought that was just such an interesting concept and really, really horrifying, to be honest. I find the whole concepts of mimics and skinwalkers just bone chilling, like so terrifying. I don't know if we have any of that lore in Scotland, actually, come to think of it. I'm going to have to look into that. But I know it's a big thing. I always see TikToks and like YouTube videos of people that live in like the Appalachian Mountains. I don't know if it's Appalachian or Appalachian, apologies. If you're from there, please correct me. I'll say Appalachian just now because that's what I've heard most. But yeah, I feel like I've seen videos of people that live there talking about this, not this type of phenomenon, like people morphing into things, but like if you're out at night in the woods and you think you see something in the trees, like no you didn't. If you think you hear something, no you didn't. If you think you hear someone you know calling for you, like ignore it, don't respond and just like get home as fast as you physically can. Like the thought of having an encounter like that is just so scary. And I feel like it seems to be quite a thing in the Appalachian Mountains and in like these national parks in America. I feel like that's where we get a lot of these skinwalker / mimic stories. I don't know if I think there is maybe a connection between like the like Native Americans I think maybe skinwalkers or mimics were like a Native American lore. I could be completely wrong on that, so I'm gonna have to do a bit more research. I feel like I heard someone saying that. So then therefore if that was true, that would make sense of why we always get these stories in America, because I just feel like I've not heard that much of it from other places. But now I've got my brain, like it's got my brain working, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if there's stories from Scotland or if there's different versions of these things in like Europe and things like that. I'm gonna have to look into that. But my goodness, if I had an experience like that, if I saw an animal behaving that way that didn't usually behave that way, or heard someone, like I was out in the woods and I heard someone cry out for help, but obviously in this situation people have gone missing, so that's what you're going to assume, but like in everyday life I just don't know if I'd be trusting that, and I'd feel really bad if I abandoned someone who actually needed help because I was like, nope, that's a mimic, I'm going home. So I'm really sorry if I ever come across you in the woods and you're crying out for help and I ignore you and run the other way. It's not because I don't like you, it's probably just because I assume that you're a skinwalker, so I'm sorry. Yeah, I really enjoyed that story. Please let me know what you think of it in the comments below, and also let me know if you like this type of video, because I really like these types of videos and I consume a lot of this content myself. Like I love watching other YouTubers just sit down and read a scary story and chat about it. So if you liked it, then let me know and I will definitely do some more. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!